I was miserable, you know, like I was walking around and it was just like I mean, listen, there was some cool pieces like at the parties, walking around. I mean, listen, I was a fucking normal dude growing up, right?
Yeah.
So like me going to a party and looking around and having all fucking eyes on me and knowing that I could fuck almost any hot girl in that party was a cool feeling, especially growing up the way I grew up. I mean, that was awesome, right? That was like my dream, beyond my dream. But it was overwhelming, you know? And also I had so many things to think about at these parties too. Like I'm like, you know, pissing all these people off because they can't get in. I've got celebrities fucking texting me, you know, I got fucking Chris Brown bitching because he's like, the guys won't let him up the fucking driveway. Like, you know, fucking Maluma wants to park. Like, you know, it's just like all this shit, right? And so you don't want to piss people off, and you want these good parties and you want celebrities to have fun. And like, you know, when I would go over to their houses, they would always like treat me with a lot of respect and like, oh, you know, if you want to use a bedroom and, you know, you can crash here if you want to fuck here. Like, they were really cool with me. And so I wanted to reciprocate that. And I've always kind of wanted to be a good host too. And also, like, when I'm doing something, I want to do it right. And with these parties, like, I always wanted to fucking do it as best as I possibly can, especially since there was like all these people always like talking shit and mad and wanting to see me fail because I'd shut all these motherfuckers out of my parties.
You specifically said like sugar daddies, agents, people like that.
They hated me.
They hated you.
I'm fucking their girls. They can't come to the party. They're like, you know,
there's no way to buy. There's no table service. There's no bottle service. You don't buy your way into a dance party.
Yeah, no. So it was one of those things where like I was pissing off a lot of powerful people that like would never get shunned. You know, I mean, there's a lot of athletes I didn't let in. Like, I mean, there's, you know, probably some big celebrities I didn't know who the fuck they were. You know, like whatever, man. I can't, like, I couldn't field all these calls. Like,
I watched you walking down, getting you with your security, you're getting people in, physically having to get them in. Yeah. And your guys, I've always wanted to ask you this. I walk in and the guys have shotguns. Were they loaded?
Oh yeah, man.
They were loaded shotguns, not rubber bullets.
They had fucking AR-15s.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, no, this was like, dude, I was like, I want a show of force.
Yeah.
I was like, I want 70 dudes here with fucking machine guns. Like, I want this fucking place like goddamn Fort Knox.
It felt like Fort Knox, yeah.
Because like there's multiple things of it. Like A, I think it deters people from trying to fuck around. B, it makes it way less likely that there's gonna be fights. C, nobody's pulling a gun at that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're getting fucked up, right? And these are all like ex-special forces guys, you know. So, I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them were like ex-special forces dudes. And so yeah, it was like no fucking around, you know, like I did not want any bullshit. And so a lot of times, like, you know, if you go out with like fucking 9 security guards, you're not going to have any issues, right? You know, but if you go out with like fucking one guy, like maybe somebody wants to fucking, you know, test, you know, your security or whatever. It's like, but if you have enough, like people are just like, okay, I'm not fucking around, you know?
You know, my favorite party story, it's an earlier party. You had a midget. I'm sorry, there's a word he used. If I say something offensive, I apologize. There's a word in the book. You had a midget fucking 2 girls in the entryway bathroom. And then
listen, I didn't have him doing anything. Okay. This motherfucker didn't listen to shit. Okay, this guy was lawless. Not only did he fuck 2 girls in the goddamn bathroom, but he's like chain smoking cigarettes in my living room. Like, you couldn't tell this little motherfucker anything, dude. It was the craziest shit I'd ever seen. And I like went up to him like respectfully. I was like, hey man, like, you know, I'd appreciate it if you know, wouldn't smoke in the house. And he was like, kind of like looked at me like, fuck off, you know, whatever. And then like went back to smoke. And I told my security, I'm like, get this motherfucker out of here, you know, like.
There is nothing funnier than me than seeing, because I didn't know it was you who went up and talked to him. That he's sitting there smoking cigarettes, and you tell him, hey man, can you please stop smoking in the house? And he's like, this little midget's like, fuck off.
Basically like, go fuck. Like, he didn't say go fuck yourself. Like, I think he like kind of like put it down, but then like as soon as I walked off, he like went back to smoking. And I like told my security, I was like, put this motherfucker in a trash can and kick him down the fucking driveway. Like, come on. Like, you know, it was ridiculous. And he had already started a fight, like I said in the beginning, you know, because there was like limited bathroom space.
So wait, he's fucking 2 girls. And somebody else comes in and films him.
So he's fucking 2 girls. One of the girls that was waiting for the bathroom, like, tries to get in. Like, I guess the door was unlocked. I don't know what the fuck the deal was, but she, like, cracked it, saw him fucking the 2 girls, thought it was hilarious, obviously because it was, took out her camera and started filming. One of the girls saw and fucking went crazy, and there was literally, like, a fight. You know, and so this midget retires to my couch to smoke cigarettes while these girls are, like, fucking battling in the house. And I was just like, this is just so fucking absurd. Like, what? Like, half of me like was impressed with this guy, but the cigarettes, like, fuck him, man.